Here we go. Well, hello everyone. I'm Robert, that guy you met today. If we haven't met, go ahead and scroll through my YouTube videos and let's get to know each other. So I just wanted to go live really quickly, kind of talk about the channel and the probably very obvious changes that have happened in the last couple of weeks, and kind of address some stuff because I found some stuff that, quite frankly, I think is kind of funny, or no, funny isn't the right word, interesting. So just kind of wanted to do that, and this is the easiest way to go about it. So first, some of you may notice that there isn't a lot of food going on this channel recently, and that's not because of changes. Well, I guess it is kind of because of changes, but long story short, I'm not doing food anymore. My food videos, I think, from now on are going to be more or less exclusively a Facebook thing. Just because so much of what I do is just highly local that it doesn't necessarily make a lot of sense for it to be on YouTube. Just because, I don't know, I feel like the world at large doesn't really care and isn't watching that, and it really never has. And that's something I've known for a very long time. And I mean, for the most part, I kind of used YouTube as a place just to park those videos to have, I guess, a backup for myself, because then I don't need to keep that stuff on my computer. But I think now I'm going to just pretty much stick to my food videos being on Facebook, unless it's something where like we do like a travel video or something, and it's something that'll appeal to a wider audience, then that'll still find its way to YouTube. So speaking of changes, the automotive spin, let's talk about that. If you haven't seen the new videos, you should definitely check them out. I'm working on or building a Corvette go-kart that's radio controlled and then will eventually be self-driving. And that is definitely a big change from doing videos about food in my town. It's one of those things that, quite frankly, I talk about it in the videos, so you can check those out. I don't need to be redundant here, but it's one of those things that where I've always wanted to take on a project like that, and I was given the opportunity to do that and not really have to come out of my own pocket. So that's not an opportunity that you say no to, and I think that that's the type of content that's better suited for YouTube. And, I'm just going to try it. It's one of those things that, if it works, excellent. If it doesn't, then I got to do something really cool that I've always wanted to do, and it's no harm, no foul. One of the things it was kind of funny, but also kind of disappointing, and partly like, I don't care, is when I started putting the first couple of videos up, I saw this huge, just subscriber count just nosedive the first couple of days. And that was kind of disappointing, because I kind of always looked at this channel as kind of a window into my life, and sort of being like a technical, like handy kind of person is a big part of who I am. And if this channel is about me and my life and things that I do, then this really isn't that much of a stretch. I think it's just that this is kind of a side of myself I never really put out there, because quite frankly, I never really thought it was very interesting. But the numbers and the interest surrounding this particular project has proven that I might have been wrong about that. I've been seeing a lot more engagement with this content than I have with the content I've done in the past, and that's quite refreshing, actually. I've seen, or I'm seeing a steady increase in view counts on YouTube, which is always definitely for somebody like me, that's something you always want to see. And I think I'm just going to head down this direction for a while and just see what comes of it. Sprinkling in travel and food along the way. We've got a really, really exciting travel thing coming up next year. So we're not ending any of that stuff. Well, you know what? I'll go ahead and do a little a thing for the people that have made it this far in the video. So for next year, wifey's younger sister is getting married in the Philippines. And fun fact, she hasn't actually seen her family in the most part of 15 years, I think. It's about 50, approximately. I could have the wrong number there, but it's been approximately 15 years since she's seen her family at all. And we are going to make our way to the Philippines to go to that wedding, and most of her family will be there, and it'll be just a huge reuniting of her and the rest of the family. It's really exciting. Really looking forward to that because she hasn't seen her family, but I also have never seen her. I've never met her family. I've never met her parents. I've never met her sisters. She has 7 siblings, right? Yes, or no, 7 total. Whoops. But either way, I've never actually met my in-laws. So it's going to be kind of a whole big thing all around. Pretty excited to do that, but that's also going to make for some really exciting content, which will be coming to the channel and probably be another big series or a number of series on the channel. But that's going to be probably around summer of next year, because if we're going to go over there and be in the Eastern Hemisphere, it doesn't make sense to go all the way out there and not go to Japan and not go to Hong Kong and not go to even, dare I say, Europe, maybe come back through Europe. So we're kind of planning on that being like a big tour of Europe and the Eastern Hemisphere. So that should make for some really exciting travel content. But like I said, that is kind of out there. So for now, I think I'm just going to kind of stick with this automotive content. And then we're also working on, with that same organization that I'm working on the car with, about just doing like some fun, like just projects and kind of technical projects. We got one thing we're working on, which is a smart potato gun, which is like Alexa enabled. So it's like, Alexa, fire the potato gun. Cancel Alexa, not that Alexa. Cancel. I love these things, but you can't talk about these things without them all going off. But so we have just like some really cool projects that I'm going to be building and creating some awesome stuff, kind of Mythbuster style, if you will. So that's going to be coming up probably starting January. And I understand that it's a big change, but ultimately doing things like this and building and inventing things is a big part of who I am. And I haven't gotten into it in the past, but I think now is kind of the time. And I hope that the folks that are kind of just around here for the food, that you hang around for the other stuff, because we're still going to have food sprinkled in there, but not to the extent that it was in the past. Because I think this is a good direction to be headed in. So anybody that's here, if you have any questions for me, just go ahead and drop those in the chat box. For me, it's over here. I don't know if it's somewhere different for you. So the next thing is that subscriber count drop off. One interesting observation is that while it dropped off pretty heavily, like I would say in the course of a week, we'll say about a week, my channel probably dropped off by a quarter, like just a ton of subscribers, just poof. But the thing is within about another week, I gained all of that back with new people that, you know, were kind of lured in by the car project, but then started going back in my content and seeing the old content. And we're also interested in that. So I kind of feel like, you know, maybe the people that showed up for like one specific video and they weren't really terribly interested in the channel, I think this is just kind of weeding that stuff out. But like I said, I'm really hoping to add some variety as time goes on. And you know, I'm just excited. I'm excited to try something a little bit different. And for ongoing food videos, if you don't like my Facebook page, you need to go and do that, because there's food videos that's almost exclusively food, and there's a lot of it. I usually post 2 to 3 like full food vlogs a month on that, so you can definitely check that stuff out. I've got one that a new one I should have out before the end of the day tomorrow, where we ate nothing but dessert from it was like 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning until about 6 in the afternoon. It was all desserts all day. And I was with Heather and Elliot, and it's a really good video. I'm pretty proud of that one. So look out for that on Facebook tomorrow afternoon. I might even just feel a little squirrely and throw that video in on YouTube. Link will quit. Cheers on your new YouTube endeavors. Excited to see what's to come. Thank you so much. That's awesome. I'm really looking forward to see how this all evolves. Because even when I started doing food videos, it evolved in a way that I could have never predicted. With the supporters, or I guess I should say sponsors, that I've gotten for the food videos, it's something when I started, I never expected that. I never really, not that I didn't want it, but it wasn't something that I was looking to do, and it just kind of happened, and it's just been going really well, just not so much on YouTube. But one of the other things I would like to get into are kind of my hobbies, because I mean, I guess this is stuff that I'm just passionate about. And I'm a tinkerer and a hobbyist and probably a little bit of a mad scientist inventor type. But I also like to eat. So I don't know, guys. I'm just excited to try it and see where it goes. So thank everyone who has supported this channel for this long. It's been about 3-ish years now of really doing this YouTube thing full time. And this is really the first time since then that I'm making a really big change. And based on what I'm seeing right now, I think that change is for the better. And those diehard food people, head over to Facebook, and there's plenty of that for you. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for your continued support. Look out for early next year. My website is coming back, and I'm going to have merch. I have a ton. I wish I had my koozies. I have a ton of koozies that I had made that say "That Guy You Met Today," and they're red with the YouTube logo. If you check out the cruise vlog series from a little while ago, you can see what those look like. I'm going to start selling those, and the proceeds will actually go to support some of the upcoming projects and upcoming travel stuff, but they'll still be super affordable. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.